Okay, this is a ukulele lesson on some of the basic chords. Remember, there are 4 strings. We only change the length of the string that we need to change the pitch to make the notes in a chord. So a chord is 3 or more notes or pitches that are played at the same time. That shape right there, 1, 2, 3. If I slam those guys down, it should sound like the old NBC thing. Okay. On the ukulele, that shape is a G chord. That same exact shape on a guitar is a D chord because the guitar is tuned differently. So this one seems to be the one that gives beginners the most problem, obviously, because there are 3 fingers involved. Now just remember, we have the entire space in between the frets. These metal bars coming down are the frets. This white guy here at the end, that's called the nut. Some people in lessons will call it the 0 fret, because if you see a 0 in tablature, it means the string is open. You're not pushing down any strings. So first fret means you're drawing the string across the first fret. So your finger has to be somewhere in that about 3/4 of an inch space. And then obviously the spaces get narrower as you move up the fingerboard. So what we want to try to utilize is physical muscle motor memory. So let's just walk into this chord. I know there's a lot of numbers, so our strings again are numbered 4, 3, 2, 1. The string closest to the ground is the first string. And just to make sure we are in tune, 4th string. 3rd string, 2nd string, 1st string. So this particular shape, I think of chords as shapes, particularly if we're using 3 or more fingers, 2 fingers. So you want to put your first finger on the 2nd fret right there of the 3rd string. Your 2nd finger tucks in underneath it, 2nd fret of the 1st string. Your 3rd finger or ring finger will be on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Now we want to only exert the amount of energy to shorten the string. So you don't need to like clamp down like it's the end of the world. And what we need to do is strengthen your fingers. Remember, this is something you've probably never done before. You're trying to train your fingers, which are all not the same in dexterity and strength, to do the same job, which is fret strings, and we're doing them on different strings at different places. So once you walk in, what I'll say is walk into this chord, put down your 1st finger, 2nd fret, 3rd string. If you can tuck that 2nd finger in to the 2nd fret of the 1st string, and then try to get 2nd string, 3rd fret. Now once you have that shape and you're kind of comfortable, now if you notice, my thumb is right behind on the neck, right behind where my other fingers are pushing, so it adds resistance. But you want to be, look, I'm moving my shoulders here, you want to be relaxed. You don't want to be like you're really tight and nervous and exerting any energy that you do not need to exert. So once you place your fingers at the correct frets on the correct strings, then what we're going to do is a little muscle building memorizing exercise. So it's kind of hard to see. I'll pull this up. But if I exert energy don't know if you can see it on this video. Right there you can kind of see it. But you'll see the tendons like tighten up as I push down and release. So you want to, it's like doing little mini finger push-ups in a way. So you're pushing down, exerting energy, and then you're releasing. So you should be totally relaxed. Wherever you have to move your wrist or elbow or whatever so that your fingers are coming in perpendicular to the fingerboard, that is the fingerboard, then you're on your way. So you're going to walk in. I usually go 1, 2, 3, but any way you want to get them into that position. See, look, my fingers are not leaving the string. The whole point of this exercise is that you push down, exerting energy, and then releasing the tension, like pushing down, releasing, but your fingertips never leave the actual string. I will do it this way. So I'm exerting energy, I'm releasing. Exerting, releasing. So by doing this, your fingers will memorize the shape that you're after here, which I call a triangle shape. They will build up strength in the individual fingers, which is what you need to do. Plus, it will toughen up your fingertips. So exert or press, release. Press, release. You want to do this like say in groups of 10. Do that 10 times. Take your hand down, shake it out, make sure that you're totally relaxed and everything. Then if you have to walk back in, walk back in. Then exert, release. Exert, release. Eventually, over time with practice, and it shouldn't take you that long, you'll become comfortable. Your fingertips will toughen up, and you will be able to put that whole chord down at one time. That is your goal. Okay? So once you walk into this shape with this particular chord, and everything I'm showing you with this G chord, which is probably the toughest chord you're going to have to play on the uke, but it's a very important chord because it's used in tons of songs. Then you might want to just try to put that one finger down like I'm doing here, keep the other two fingers in place. Then pick this finger up if you can, slam it down. You can hear that I'm hammering it down where I'm not doing anything with this hand. I'm making a pitch right here. So I'm picking it up about an inch and really hammering it down. Okay, so anything that you can do to try to get this to ring clean, okay? But first, I mean, you're going to have to, it's like baby steps. You got to walk into this chord, build up your finger strength, build up the calluses, toughen up the tips of your fingers, get some independence in between fingers, and you will be on your way to having a lot of fun. Okay? So that's the tough G chord. The C chord, which is very easy, is 3rd fret of the 1st string. So this guy is not going to be a problem. I would use my 2nd finger because then you can just take it and slide it down to the G chord. Bum, bum. Okay? So there we have that. Another chord, 2nd fret, 4th string. Now this one could give you a little trouble, but just putting down your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string shouldn't be that difficult. And there it is, a very nice sounding chord. Okay? So 1st finger, we want to either have it at the 1st fret of the 3rd string, Sorry, that's the second string or the third string. So they're two different chords. If it's at the first fret of the third string, that's an A major chord. If we put that first finger at the first fret of the second string, that's an F chord. So there's A and there's F. Okay? There's C and there's G. So right there with those four chords, you're going to have a lot of fun. So a couple of the, the single finger chords obviously are easy, but you want to utilize that first finger if you can. Okay? So work on this until you're comfortable, and then when you go to learn songs, it'll be very easy for you to learn the song. Okay? So physical muscle motor memory, to recap: walk into the chord, then you push down hard, not too hard, but hard enough that you can feel. Boom, I've got my thumb in the back to add a little resistance so that the ukulele just doesn't push away from you. Exert energy, relax. Exert energy, relax. But every time you relax, you keep your fingers literally on the strings. This is the way. Now, if you get comfortable with that shape a little bit, then we'll start just moving it to different places, the exact same shape. That's for another lesson. So enjoy, don't get frustrated, just keep working at it. Okay.